Lose weight by changing when you eat, not what. A guy's view on the definition of cheating, and a look at the trendy and affordable bridal options.
Welcome to Life Love Shopping. I'm Rachel Kay.
And I'm Michelle Yarn. We're also going to save you some money on clothes without buying any new clothes.
Ooh, tricky, tricky.
Yeah.
And MAC Cosmetics, they have some really cool new models. They're actually using a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
She's an awesome chick.
And wait till you see her. She looks like she could rough somebody up.
Yes, she does.
But beautiful while she does it.
Gorgeous, of course, with the makeup. All right, Twitter, Facebook, dare we say MySpace, so many social media outlets, so little time to update them all. And you can now hire an in-house social media butler. There's a catch, of course. It's all part of the Washington, D.C. Madison Hotel's inauguration Town and Country package.
Ooh.
The presidential inauguration is less than a week away. This is video, of course, from his first inauguration. The butler will chronicle your inaugural experience so your friends and family can follow your adventures on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. This way you don't have to fumble for your phone to capture the perfect profile pic. The package also includes a 4-night stay, inauguration tour for you and 22 friends, a limo driver, $5,000 for Brooks Brothers shopping spree, an overnight stay at the Lansdowne Resort in Leesburg, Virginia, couples massage, all for the very reasonable price, Michelle, of $47,000.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, so I guess if you can afford that, that's a nice little luxury to have
Yeah.
someone do your social media.
Yeah, well, I mean, nowadays there's so many to keep up with. The problem is, yeah, we share all these great photos and our lives are so great, but you end up spending your whole time behind the camera, so you don't get to see anything. So, I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad idea.
No.
All right, ladies, let's admit it, okay? When it comes to love, sometimes we wear rose-colored glasses and we don't see what's really in front of us. And there are some men you should cut ties with altogether. First up, the one who's married. Yes, even if he's getting divorced or he's separated, this should be a no-brainer. But nothing good will come of a relationship that's transitional or one that started with him cheating. If you're looking for true love, this guy, off limits. Next up, the ex-boyfriend. Listen, there is a reason you two broke up in the first place, right?
Yes.
So learn from your mistakes. Do not forget the lesson. Sure, old habits die hard, but resolve to repeat bad habits? No, don't do that. You don't want to repeat those, especially when it comes to ex-boyfriends. All right, the guy who's a social liability. This is important. If he could never meet your boss or your parents, he's got to go. This ranges from drinking too much in public to not having a serious career, or even a guy who lacks the fundamental social skills, or a lot of them out there. If your loved ones wouldn't love or at least like him, he's probably not the one for you.
And you know the saying, dress for success? Well, whether you're at work or play, your clothing choices send a message about you. But is it the one you want to send? Check out these tips from Yahoo Shine. Do you dress like a granny? If you dress older than your age, you're sending the message that you fear not being taken seriously by your older coworkers. Command respect through your actions, not just your wardrobe. All right, do you wear oversized clothes? We've all felt this way some days, and it can say that you're afraid of letting people see who you really are, and you lack confidence in your appearance. So how you feel on the inside will reflect how you look on the outside. So just embrace your body, girl. Now, do you drown yourself in logos? If you can't leave home without your Louis Vuitton bag, Burberry scarf, Michael Kors watch, and Tory Burch flats, you may be signaling that you equate wealth with worth. So just don't overdo it. Wear one. And here's an easy formula for the perfect at-work outfit. Go simple, neutral basics like a well-tailored black dress and classic black heels. Keep your hair and makeup clean and opt for pops of color with accessories.
Now, once your clothes do send the right message, you may end up finding a man, and then who knew? You might need a wedding dress. Brides Magazine's Michelle Myers shares the top trends and some key insights in everything bridal.
Michelle Myers, Vice President and Publisher of Brides and Brides.com. And the new year brings a whole new crop of brides because 1/3 of all couples get engaged from Thanksgiving to New Year. So it's exciting to talk about what to do and how to get started in the planning process. The first thing that a bride should do is sit down with her fiancé and set a budget. It's really important to set a budget and prioritize what you want to spend your money on. 62% of all couples are either paying for their wedding or significantly contributing to their wedding. So get that done early on in the process. And then right after you get that budget set, it's time to set the date and pick the venue. Lots of great options these days for venues. You can always go with the traditional venues of a ballroom, but lots of non-traditional, beautiful ideas out there for brides, whether it's a family friend's house, your own home, a farm, a lake, a park. Wonderful options to save money in terms of venue. for the newly engaged bride-to-be. And one of the most important decisions, if not the most important decision that she's going to make during this whole process, is her wedding dress. The one red carpet moment that she has in her life, she wants to look her best, and our friends at David's Bridal are going to help her do just that with their spring 2013 White by Vera Wang collection, a beautiful collection of dresses that work for any type of bride. The ball gown, which is a dress that works on many different body types, it has an ombre look to it. It's a big trend in bridal right now, and that's the graduation of colored. This is for a fashion-forward bride that's a little bit daring. This dress is $1,348 at David's Bridal and davidsbridal.com. The next dress is a beautiful, fun short dress. Short dresses are a big trend right now, and this is fun, flirty, a great way to show off your legs and dance the night away in this one-shoulder White by Vera Wang dress, $728. And finally, my favorite dress, which is a fit and flare dress, fitted on the top, flares out on the bottom, a beautiful romantic dress with lace appliques, really shows off your curves, and it's strapless, and lots of brides are looking for strapless dresses, and you can find these and more of the White by Vera Wang collection on davidsbridal.com. And when you're on davidsbridal.com, don't forget to check out one of the best planning tools out there. It's called My Event, and it will help you with your budgeting process, a shopping list, a task list. It is a great tool to plan your wedding. And for the bride that doesn't want to pay or plan for your wedding, I have the contest just for you. The Editors of Brides are teaming up with Facebook, and we have launched the Brides Live Wedding. And if you go to facebook.com/Brides Live Wedding, you can enter to win the wedding of your dreams. One lucky couple will win a wedding streamed live on Facebook April 7th from the beautiful St. Regis Hotel in Monarch Beach, California. All the details of the wedding will be voted on by America, and you will be able to have a star-studded, beautiful wedding live on Facebook. A couple more days to enter, so check it out on facebook.com/Brides Live Wedding. Happy wedding to all.
Well, after your wedding comes, of course, thank you notes. And a simple handwritten note goes a long way. And teaching your children this at a young age is also important. Galtime.com offers these tips to get you started. Take notes for the notes. When you receive gifts, grab a pen and paper or notepad in your phone and make a list of who gave what gifts. Don't tackle it all in one day. Split up the list and have your child do a few each day. And make sure to be specific when writing. For example, thank you so much for the blue sweater, or fill in the blank. And for little kids, let them design or draw their own notes. That way grandparents can display the artwork on the fridge later. And for you and or your older children, pick out your thank you cards or give them their very own personalized ones.
So it's that time of year when people say, I'm going on a diet, or I want to lose 10 pounds by Valentine's Day. And the latest weight loss plan to hit the market says you're not what you eat, you're when you eat. Joining us now is co-author of the new book, The 8-Hour Diet, and editor of Men's Health, Peter Moore. Hey, Peter.
Hey, Michelle.
So I've got the book here. I gotta say, it's different than anything I've ever heard or read. It focuses on skipping breakfast and then eating only during an 8-hour period in the day and then fasting for the other 16. I mean, how does this work in helping us lose weight?
Well, let's look at all those other diet plans that have failed America. We're in the middle of an obesity epidemic, so it's really good that we've got something that's working with a new mechanism, one that I personally know is effective because I've lost 15 pounds on it.
Wow.
So the way it works for me, I'm actually in a fasting period right now. I'll have my lunch today at about 1 or 2 p.m. Then I'll be entering my eating phase, so that will go from, say, 2 o'clock until 10 o'clock. I'll probably have 2 meals then, a snack in the middle, maybe a dessert at the end of that period. Then I'll go into a 16-hour fast in which I'm, drinking liquids, but nothing with calories in it.
Huh. Okay, so how does that work in losing weight? I mean, is there any calorie counting involved?
There is no calorie counting involved, so everybody can put away their calculators. There's a really cool scientific or biological process that's going on here. Just in a nutshell, all of us store about 2,000 calories of energy in our livers and in our muscles. If you are in a fasted state, your body burns those stored calories first, but then it goes after body fat for its main energy source. So over the course of those 16 hours that you're fasting, you'll typically burn through the 2,000 stored calories in 2.5, 3 hours, and then for the remainder of those 16 hours, you're burning fat for energy. And that is where the weight loss comes from in this diet, is burning that fat so that you'll become slimmer, better looking, and weigh less at the same time.
See, and I had always heard that when you do something like this, your body, whatever you eat, will immediately cling onto it because it goes into like a starvation mode. Is that not coming into play with this?
No, it isn't coming into play, and that starvation problem happens more when you're on a restricted calorie diet,
Okay.
the kind that most people tend to go on. You're burning muscle and storing calories on the typical diet.
Got it. Okay, so is this more of an entire lifestyle change, or is this a diet plan that lasts a certain amount of time?
Well, I think that all of the scientific research about dieting shows that any plan that you go on should be something that is a lifestyle change, meaning you can stick with it for the rest of your life. And based on the results I've had in the last year from this, I'm never going back to the old way I used to eat.
Wow, so is this something you do 7 days a week then?
No, actually, interestingly, I was on this 8-hour diet for 5 days a week, and then one evening over dinner, my wife complained that she thought I was getting too skinny. So then I dialed it back to 3 days a week. That's the plan I'm on now, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Thank you so much, Peter. We appreciate it. It's definitely an interesting read. The book is called The 8-Hour Diet, and it is available online and in stores right now.
Forget pageant queens and reality stars. No one lays the makeup on thicker than, of course, a female bodybuilder. And this is something cosmetics companies MAC knows all too well. That was probably the reason why it chose female bodybuilder Helena Abu as its latest spokesperson,
Look at her.
taking the beauty industry by surprise. She's stunning. She's a Serbian-American female bodybuilder with the kind of ripped physique more likely to be found in muscle milk ads than actually these high-end cosmetics campaigns. And while many of us were surprised, those within the female bodybuilding world say it makes perfect sense. The darker the tan and the heavier the makeup, the more muscle definition you'll see clearly right there. Look at those booties.
Wow.
And hey, big muscles aside, there's no denying Abu is a babe, even if she could bench press most of the men out there.
Man, they do not play around with that makeup too.
No,
I don't know, the
it's
bronzer
serious.
might want to lay off a little bit.
A little bit.
She's gorgeous though.
Stunning. Well, coming up, once a cheater, always a cheater.
Oh yeah, we're getting a guy's point of view on what they consider cheating and if emotional cheating is just as bad.
Yes, and throughout the show, we are showing some splurge-worthy birthstone jewelry to put on your B-Day wish list.
Welcome back to Life Love Shopping. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set this one up.
Yep.
Bow, chicka, bow, wow. While some of you get busy in the bedroom, we're pretty good at that.
We're good.
Others opt to watch the pleasure unfold online, and the research team at Pornhub.com,
Who knew that existed?
they found out where the friskiest voyeurs live, and it looks like the District of Columbia came in first for per capita viewing, clocking in almost double the amount of videos viewed per person throughout the year than the second place finisher, Hawaii. Next up follows Massachusetts, New York, Rhode Island, New Jersey, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Maryland.
And the day with the most traffic is December 27th, 2 days after Christmas. Visits reach nearly 13 million. On the flip side, the site listed the days with the least traffic, starting with, of course, Christmas Day.
Oh, well, thank you for that.
Thanksgiving, Easter Sunday, Christmas Eve, Independence Day, assuming it's when most people are with their families. So it's nice to know people can really focus on celebrating Jesus in America.
Yes,
you know?
yes, our
That's
core
good.
values.
Well, at least watching porn can help keep you from having a wandering eye in real life. Cosmo magazine says men cheat for, of course, many reasons, and women too. So For men, they say it's to avoid intimacy, boost libido, or wanting variety.
Wow, we'll never really know why they cheat, but men and women's definitions of cheating can be so different. And so, of course, you know, we called in our favorite men from the Daily Buzz, Lance Smith and Charles Divins, for some help. Hello, guys.
We're their favorite men from the Daily Buzz.
Yeah,
Right.
we're the only men
Yeah,
from the Daily
there's that.
Buzz, but you're our favorite
That's my
regardless.
Okay, well, obviously, cheating is, you shouldn't do it, but we need to define it. So what do you consider cheating? Is it just kissing, sleeping with someone? What do you define it as?
Holding hands.
The hands probably not, but the sleeping with someone, kissing with someone, any kind of physical, sexual touching is cheating.
He's
Okay.
right. I mean, you kind of have to view it as like, if she is there, would she approve of whatever it is you're doing?
Yeah, see, I like that
Yeah.
one. Or if you'd be scared to tell her
Right.
what happened.
Now, there's certain levels of it, obviously, but you know, at some
Like-
point, cheating's cheating, right?
Would a one-time kiss, like you just kissed someone once, is that cheating?
Sure. Yeah. Now, what is it? Is it? I mean, it's kind of
Good to
like
know.
it's like a car wreck, you know? Is it a fender bender? Is it a, you know, a little bumper scrape?
It's all
Or did
under
you
the
total the
same
car?
definition.
You need insurance
yeah.
no matter what.
But
Right.
what's interesting, Charles, you said any physical touching. What about emotional?
Yes.
Is an emotional connection, is that cheating? Is it worse than physical?
I mean, emotional connection could be a friend. I mean, you know, where's the line there? I mean, cheating physically is easy and
Yeah.
straight to the point. So that's, for me, emotional cheating is gray area. I don't think it's wrong.
Yeah, but let's say you had a girlfriend who was emotionally attached to someone.
Yeah.
She's telling him things that she's not telling you. To me, personally, I would think that was worse than maybe like a one-time physical fling. Because
Yeah,
you
I
could
agree with
possibly
you.
love the person.
Right, worse,
Yes.
but is it cheating? I don't think it's cheating, but it's something else entirely different. But it's,
it's
not.
different.
Yeah, I think it's different. But it's not good.
But it's
just,
not
Right.
cheating.
I don't think
like
that's
this.
cheating.
The difference between men and women.
No,
Absolutely.
I think
Well,
it's cheating.
I mean, if you're going to lunch and you're spending a lot of time together, then yes, you're cheating.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
but if you just have this kind of emotional thing that's happening, it's like I said, it's not good. I don't define it as cheating.
Holy cow.
Okay, well, all right, so the emotional stuff isn't cheating, but if your significant other was cheating on you, would you want to know?
Yes.
You would want them to tell you and admit
Yes.
to it and own up
But see,
to
there's
it.
a difference when you add the ing, cheating, or
Yeah.
cheated. You
Cheated,
know, if it was a
okay.
one-time thing and
Add
she
whatever you want. If
seriously
you started
did
with
not love the
cheating.
guy, would you
Let
want to
me
know?
So if it happened in the past, you'd want to know that too.
If I was with the person,
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
Really?
I think I would skip it.
Yeah.
I think I would not want to know.
I wouldn't want to know.
I don't
Just
wanna
break
know.
up with me.
Right.
Don't, just break up with me.
Right.
Don't tell me ever. I don't want to know.
Right.
All right.
Because then you start thinking and you start
Yeah.
going, oh my gosh, who do they sleep with? What does she
Right.
look like? Or what does he look like? Is she prettier than me?
Yeah.
That's
You
a
know,
girl
then
thing
you start going
that
through.
you're talking
Now,
about there. That goes through my mind.
what about this situation though? Have you ever, because this happened to me, we had a friend who we had a hunch that his wife was cheating on him. So my husband decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and tell him.
Wow.
It ruined the friendship. He was pissed at us
Yeah.
for
That's
telling
always what
him, and we never
happens.
talked to them again.
Yeah,
So
I
would
mean-
you, I mean, if you knew something was going on, would you tell that person?
It depends on the friend.
Yeah, it depends on your
I mean,
relationship
you know,
and your
it's
friend.
is it your really good friend that you owe them your loyalty to, or
Yeah.
is it, you know?
Yeah, and if you
for the
were
greater
friends with them before their marriage, before their
Yeah.
relationship, I
Yeah.
think you can. But if you were a couple that came along after their marriage, yeah, it's not
You
your
think
business.
you should just butt out?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my lord, that's
That's
tough.
That's a
Juicy.
tough one. All right. Well, thanks, guys. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
the insight
You're
as
welcome.
always.
Yes.
You can watch Lance and Charles weekday mornings on the Daily Buzz.
Right.
All right, don't go anywhere. When Life Love Shopping returns, we're showing you 6 easy ways to save big time on your wardrobe.
Back in just a moment.
Welcome back to Life Love Shopping. Well, we'd all like to save some money on our clothes. of
Right, but
course.
apparently the trick isn't buying new stuff on sale. It's preserving what you've already got to get more wears out of it. So good luck with that one. But here are some tips from Huffington Post Fashion. Do you ever notice that you can't wear some of your clothes anymore because they've faded, especially along like the shoulders from being hung on
Yeah.
hangers? That comes from being in lit closets for too long. It's really important that you store your garments in a clean area away from light. Also, make sure your clothing is cleaned before you store it away. Like like the winter clothes, because invisible stains from deodorant residue or perfume can set in and discolor your clothing. Also knits, they need to be stored rolled up or flat because they can become stretched out and misshapen if they just sit on hangers the whole time. And you should store your more delicate items flat between layers of tissue paper as well.
And make sure to bring your vintage pieces to a reputable dry cleaner who understands how fragile the garments are, and invest in a steamer. It'll do wonders in freshening up garments and cuts down on dry cleaning costs.
Especially if you don't know how to iron,
Yes.
like me.
What?
I don't know how to iron.
I'll teach
My
you.
husband does it.
I'll teach
All right, let's talk about vacations, because we ladies love a good vacation, right? But even in 2013, there are spots across the globe that remind us how far or not women have come. So here are some tourist destinations where females are strictly forbidden. Mount Athos, Greece. The long-standing gender ban on this ancient mountain doesn't apply to just women. It also includes many female domestic animals. Saudi Arabia. If you're a solo female traveler looking to visit Saudi Arabia as a tourist, you're going to have an easier time booking a trip to Mars, because women who do travel to the country must be accompanied by a male relative in order to be granted entry. Then there's the Haji Ali Dargah Shrine in Mumbai, India. And this is one of Mumbai's most iconic landmarks, but the shrine's authorities claim that it is un-Islamic under the Sharia law for women to visit graves there.
And coming up tomorrow on Life Love Shopping, tune in for tips, tricks, and must-have advice for staying healthy, fit, and fabulous in the new year. And we love the way celebrities dress, but can't always afford their duds. So find out how to get the red carpet look for less.
Thanks for joining us, and make sure you follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook as well, so we can connect when we're not on TV. That does it for Life Love Shopping.
I'm going to teach her how to iron.
Yeah. I'm better with it. Just steamer is so much easier.